Dear student, Assalamu alaikum. I hope you are well. Today I am teaching about chemical equilibrium. Chemical equilibrium is the most important of medical or engineering admission. So we discuss about three example question for solve. I hope you mind set up for three questions solve. So let's go. For example 1. Example 1, 727 degrees centigrade, the equilibrium constant for the reaction sulfur dioxide. Its gaseous condition, sulfur dioxide react with oxygen, gaseous condition, then produce sulfur trioxide, gaseous condition. Is Kp value 3.50 per atmosphere if the total pressure in the reaction flask is 1 atmosphere and the partial pressure of oxygen at equilibrium is 0.10 atmosphere. Calculate the partial pressure of sulfur dioxide. So we can find out sulfur dioxide partial pressure. We can write the equation of Kp. We know the equation Kp is partial pressure of sulfur trioxide. Partial pressure of sulfur trioxide, it can produce 2 mole. Then we write partial pressure sulfur dioxide square divided sulfur dioxide, partial pressure of sulfur dioxide square, because 2 mole reactant sulfur dioxide into partial pressure of oxygen. So we can write the value of Kp 3.50. We can write 3.5 equal to its value just moderate partial sulfur trioxide, partial pressure sulfur dioxide square whole square into 1 by partial pressure of oxygen. We can write bar or 3.5 equal to partial pressure of sulfur dioxide, partial pressure of sulfur dioxide whole square into 1 by partial pressure of oxygen, given that value 0.10, 0.1. Bar, or partial pressure of sulfur dioxide, partial pressure of sulfur dioxide whole square equal to 3.5 divided 10. That means 1 divided 0.1 is value 10. It can apply opposite, then you will be divided. we can write partial pressure of sulfur dioxide, partial pressure of sulfur dioxide whole square equal to its calculate the value is 3.5 divided 10 35 10 0 means 0.35. Zero point 0.35. Sorry, 0.35. We can write partial pressure of sulfur dioxide equal to root over 0.35 equal to 0.5916. Its value find out by the calculator. Then we write the value freshly. Sulfur dioxide 0.5916 or sulfur dioxide partial pressure of sulfur dioxide equal 0.5916 into partial pressure of sulfur dioxide. We know divided 1. Calculate up, down, up, down. So now we can write equilibrium, calculate the partial pressure of sulfur dioxide. We can write total partial pressure sulfur dioxide plus partial pressure of oxygen equal to 1. Total partial pressure is given that 1. The total pressure in the reaction flask is 1 atmosphere. So we can write total partial pressure equal 1. Then put the value of partial pressure of sulfur dioxide. We can write 0.5916 into partial pressure of sulfur dioxide plus partial pressure of sulfur dioxide it's just substitute for partial pressure of sulfur dioxide, just substitute 0.5916 into partial pressure of sulfur dioxide. It's okay, plus partial pressure of oxygen equal to 1. We can write or partial pressure of sulfur dioxide into 1.59, just common partial pressure of sulfur dioxide, 1.5916 equal to plus partial pressure of oxygen equal to 1. The partial pressure of oxygen is given that value 0.10. We can put the apply the partial value of oxygen, sulfur dioxide 1.5916 plus 0. This value 0.10 equal to 1. Partial pressure of sulfur dioxide equal to 12 minus 0.1. We can write 0.9. 1 minus 0.1 equal to 0.9. That means its value we can write 0.9 or 1.5916 its condition into, and then you will divide it 1.5916. Okay, the value 0.565 about 0.57 atmosphere. Answer. Second example, for the reaction nitrogen gas plus 3 hydrogen gas then produced 2 mole ammonia gas. Kp is 4.3 into 10 to the power minus 4 at 375 degrees centigrade. Calculate Kc. So we can find out the value of Kc. IUT admission 1920. Session admission previous question. For the equation, we can write the equation nitrogen react with hydrogen, then produce ammonia gas 1:3 ratio. This reaction is ABT by the ratio 1:3. This reaction is Haber-Bosch process rules. ABT by Haber-Bosch process rules. Nitrogen and hydrogen react and produced ammonia gas 2 mole. So equilibrium, firstly T equal to 0, then 1 0, then equilibrium 1 minus alpha 2 alpha. Calculate Kc. Most important of equilibrium process. Equilibrium 1 minus alpha, 1 minus alpha, 2 alpha. It's 3 mole, 3 mole. Then we this equation 1:3 ratio. When t equal to 0, then nitrogen 1 and produce 0. There is no produce. Equivalent 1 minus alpha, 3 into 1 minus alpha, 2 alpha. Then we can write for solving the question. Delta n equal to 2 mole product and 3 and 1 mole is reactant. So product minus reactant, 2 minus 3 plus 1, 2 minus 4 equal to minus 2. Delta value is minus 2. So we can write KPKC is related Kp equal to Kc RT to the power delta n. Delta n value minus 2. Molar gaseous constant of R, T Kelvin temperature, Kp partial pressure of equilibrium constant. So we can write Kc equal Kp divided RT to the power delta n equal to Kp value is given that 4.3 into 10 to the power minus 4 divided RT 0.0821. RT molar gas constant is defined liter atmosphere per Kelvin per mole, 0.0821 into temperature 375, 8, 8, 7, 7, 14, 4, 3, 6, 6, 4, 8, 648 minus 2. Minus 2 is defined delta n value minus 2. We can calculate that 1.217. That means we carefully apply Kc unit, mole per liter square. Liter square per mole square, liter square. Then we can write 1.217 per mole decimeter 6. Answer decimeter to the power 6 per mole square, per mole minus 2, per mole minus 2, per mole to the power minus 2 decimeter to the power 6. It can. Example 3. At a temperature of 30 degrees centigrade and 1.5 atmospheric pressure, dinitrogen tetroxide dinitrogen tetroxide was dissociated to 20% nitrogen dioxide. The value of Kp for the process is, the value of Kp for the process is, we can find out the Kp value. Given that 20% dinitrogen, this is a 20% dinitrogen, 20% of dinitrogen dioxide, sorry, nitrogen dioxide, 20% of nitrogen dioxide. That means 0.2 of nitrogen dioxide. And 1.5 atmospheric pressure, P atmospheric pressure equal to 1.5 pressure. Okay, we can write we can write the reaction dinitrogen tetroxide dissociate nitrogen dioxide. Firstly, we can write T equal to, when T equal to 0, 1 mole, 0 mole for produce, then equivalent of 1 minus alpha, then produce 2 alpha. We can write Kp value, Kp equation is Kp equal to 2 alpha square, then 1 minus alpha square into atmospheric pressure. So put the value of alpha, 0.2, its value of alpha, the 4 alpha square, 1 minus alpha square into P. We can write 4 into 0.2 whole square divided 1 minus 0.2 whole square into 1.5. 1.5, its value is given that atmospheric pressure 1.5. Then we calculate the value, 4 into 0.04 divided 1 minus 0.2 square, that means maybe 0.8 into 1.5 equal to Kp. Then the value 0.96. Okay. 1.5 divided 0.96. Okay, the value Kp is 0.25. 0.250. %, nitrogen dioxide. The value of Kp for the process is Kp. Kp value find out 0.2. We can write 0.250 atmosphere atom. Okay, the 3 question will be solved. Then I will come next day. So I hope you are well. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.